So the marriage of Collins Mnangagwa as well as also Kelsey has been all over social media when Auxillia Mnangagwa instructed state institutions to actually go after Kelsey and arrest her. In fact, plant evidence of drugs and arrest her and portray her as a drug mafia, and also portray the entire family as a family that thrives on drugs. But remember, when you are accused, also in a court of law, you get a chance to make your own submissions. And according to Collins' second wife, that is Kelsey Tafirenyika, the gifts that she has or the properties that have been listed. And this has demonstrated beyond any reasonable doubt the state of looting that is carried out by the family of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Just imagine if the second wife of Collins can own the houses that Kelsey had. It's not just mere houses, very expensive houses. In fact, so far, according to the information that has been revealed to the public, she is worthy 9.3 million in terms of her assets, not rands, but United States dollars. That is a lot of money. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Kelsey Tafirenyika, that is the second wife of Collins Mnangagwa, the son of Mnangagwa as well as Auxillia Mnangagwa, says Mnangagwa's son gifted a US 9.3 million property empire. Now, President Emerson Mnangagwa's daughter-in-law, Kelsey Tafirenyika, says the luxury properties and vehicles at the center of a US 9.3 million money laundering case were gifts from her husband, Collins Mnangagwa, who she says has a vast business empire capable of funding the lavish purchases. But Tafirenyika remained behind bars after her bail hearing was pushed to Wednesday, with the state insisting that police have documentary and witness evidence linking the assets to suspected proceeds from alleged drug dealing. Tafirenyika, who is represented by lawyer Admire Rubaya, is accused of laundering proceeds allegedly generated from the unlawful dealing in pethidine, hydrochloride, morphine sulfate, and DACA. The state says the assets identified in Zimbabwe have a declared value of 9 million 353,750, excluding a Toyota Land Cruiser registration number also given, which has not yet been valued. The portfolio allegedly include 10 properties in Harare's northern suburbs, among them a 1.1 million house in Borodale Brook, an a US 850,000 property in Borodale, a 800 property in Chisipite, and another Borodale property valued at 750,000. Police also cite two Lamborghinis valued at 561,000 and 577,300, a Bentley Continental worth 380,000, a Land Rover valued at 380, and a Jaguar worth 340,000. During cross-examination of investigating officer, Detective Assistant Inspector Gift Machipisa, Rubaya challenged the state to dispute Tafrenika's explanation that the assets registered in her name were gifts from her husband. Machibisa said police have evidence contradicting that account, including evidence that some of the properties were paid for in cash. He singled out a property in Victoria Falls, telling the court that its owner had acknowledged receiving cash from Tafirenyika. Machipisa said the state had already secured vehicle registration confirmation from the Central Vehicle Registry for 9 vehicles and title deeds and deeds registry search results for the 10 Zimbabwean properties. The state case does not rest upon inference, Machipisa said, adding that it was anchored on institutional records and in real evidence already in the possession of police. He said police had also recovered an alleged forged national identity document. Apologies for the breaking transmission. So I'll take it up from the state. The state alleges that Tafrenyika has no employment or disclosed source of income capable of explaining the acquisition of assets worth millions of dollars over about 3.5 years. Police further allege. Sorry about that.